or something.
Didn't my hair just get wet?
Yep, the end of it did, but it needs to be washed out. Now, what I'm going to do with it for the next week and a half.
Tell Todd I did not follow his instructions, Mom.
Alright.
What were his instructions?
By the time you responded back, I had already started on. All the recipes I looked at said to peel it off, but then Grandma was like,
The membrane?
yeah, and then Grandma was like, I don't do that. So I was like, well,
Yeah, every recipe I've ever seen says peel it off.
peel it off, but I didn't, so.
Yeah. I have laundry to do. I have a little bit left to fold, but I'm gonna fold it all at once kind of person. You can fold it while I'm doing Dad's closet. Yeah. Because you're up and moving around. Once you sit down, you ain't moving again.
Mm.
He said,
Your mom texted me. You forgot to invite the walk.
Invite him then.
What?
Invite him then.
They were on the list. Which you probably didn't follow.
But she invited them.
Alright.
They ain't coming. Oh my god, why is this a leak?
I know what you.
Open sesame. Believe what? I know. When I was her age, she was a baby, an infant, a newborn.
And
I know.
Howard.
We are so perfectly able apart. When she was born, I was going into the 4th grade. And then when you graduated 20 years ago. This means you graduated 10 years. 10 years when she was born. That's crazy. What do you say this is? Yeah. Yes!
Nero.
Louisville's of Kentucky just to our right. We welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They run for it with Mixon. Oh, able to avoid him. And down inside the 15 he goes. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's a give to Mixon, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
11 empty. 11 empty. Check 99. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide from Nixon. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On third down, Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. First down gets 3 up to the 28.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 7. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Shotgun now for Lance. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On first down, Mitchell. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Bengals 7, 49ers nothing.
Now a give right side. Mitchell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Play action, now it's Lance. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. They run the counter. It's Mitchell. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, he'll hand this off. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Off of play action, here's Lance. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 57 yards on the ground for him so far.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it here with Logan. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'll be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, it's Mitchell. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Lance to throw it. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. A final shot before half for Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. To throw, it's Lance. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 39. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. And they'll go for it. Lance. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 24, Lance. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Lance. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Lance going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
From the gun, it's Lance. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. On 2nd down now, it's Logan. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a 1-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. 1-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. And This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Niners on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And Lance now to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Again, it's Lance. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. 2nd and 11 now. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and inches, Lance checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now a play fake. Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, he's got one of the strongest arms in the league. Some people may say the strongest, but that can also have a downside occasionally, and here he's intercepted. Yeah, when we talk about strong arms, being able to throw it deep downfield doesn't necessarily take the strongest. It takes more of the timing type of a quarterback. And it's great to be able to take your shot, but when it hangs up there just a bit too long, you put it in jeopardy. And in this case, it was intercepted. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Burrow. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it? It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride. Burrow. He's going to try and go deep again. And got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead. There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not? Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a